Hey everyone, this is Brian, and I'm here with my video slash audio review of 195 of Sonic the Hedgehog, the last review of 2008. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, where's your video? Well, quite honestly, I need to save the batteries for the holidays, family get-togethers and things like that. So, anyway, let's get into the review, shall we? Now, as we have seen in the preview pages, Brina, Sonic's parents want to know what's going on, and Nicole, at the best that she can, kind of explains, not knowing at the time what's really going on, of what's taking place. Excuse me. Now, what happens is we get back into the other Mobius, or the Mobius, whatever. And here we have everyone trying to avoid Rosie the Rascal. Now there's a little joke, as well, obviously you've seen the preview pages, so you get the idea of what I'm talking about. That little joke at the end with Sonic and Amy, and how Sonic's almost like joking around at how he can almost not tell the two apart. Amy and Rosie, I should say. Excuse me again. Now, basically we get all the way up to the preview page of, I think, where Sally is confronting Alicia about what just happened, about the fact that stranding Sonic and Amy on Anti-Mobius, or Mobius, was not part of the plan, and Alicia tries to, I guess, justify it by saying, hey, the plan for us, the Suppression Squad, was to be rid of Scourge, and your plan was to send him back to Mobius. We all win. Basically, she's saying, hey, look, we wanted to get basically what Alicia is trying to explain to Sally is saying, hey, we both wanted to get Scourge out of our hairs, and even if it means sacrificing your friends for the time being to do so, then so be it. Basically, to her, it's like a win-win situation. The Freedom Fighters get Scourge off the planet, and the Suppression Squad finally gets Scourge out of their hair. Excuse me again. Got the sniffles, if you will. Now, during this confrontation, and like I said, I think we see it in the preview pages, here comes Rob Hedge along with Silver. And basically, Sally explains to Rob what has happened. With Miles in the background kind of cockily taking credit for it. And so the two end up going back to Silver along with Rob, end up going into Mobius to find Sonic. And Sally saying, and Sally in the end telling Tails she wants the Star Post up and running again. Now, we get back to the fight, and all of a sudden here comes Shadow out of nowhere. And Shadow is basically kind of surprised that this is not where he wanted to go. He wanted to go to the Special Zone. In which Sonic explains, oh no, it's not the Special Zone, my friend. You're practically in Mobius. The Anti-Mobius, the evil Mobius, or whatever. And Sonic then explains that Shadow notices Scourge having a crown. And Sonic, basically, doing this, Shadow also notices, Scourge has a crown, wondering why he has it, and Sonic basically explains the situation, asks if he wants to help kick the crap out of him. Shadow says, I oblige, and then all of a sudden here comes Metal Sonic, who, thanks to Dr. Eggman, Robotnik, has the ability to go to zones, no matter where his target's at. And just as everybody's about to have a four-way, as we have seen in previous issues, here comes Silver along with Rob Hedge. it. At the same time, Amy is basically running for her life from Rosie, saying she wants to trade opponents. And then, well, all hell breaks loose. A fighting ensues. Hitchhog battling Hitchhog. Okay, excuse me again. And then we have Silva basically stopping it to finally find out who is who, or who is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, as you know, asks, "Why do you want to know?" Silver explains that he's journeying to the future to find this Sonic and destroy him. And so basically, Scourge and Sonic point to each other. Scourge says, "Hey, you're a coward for saying I'm also you." But Sonic says, "Okay, it's a technicality with steel." And then Scourge sees the metal Sonic, saying, "I recognize it." And if the metal Sonic is blue, well, you get the idea. And all of a sudden, here it comes. Not Scourge, but Silver attacks Sonic. Rob wants to know what's going on. Silver says, "You want me to do this?" And basically saying that during this present time, one of the freedom fighters, legendary freedom fighters, turns on the team, destroys them, dooming the future that Silver has come from. And that he says only Sonic is remembered to having such power and the capability of doing so. And here we have Rob trying to say, ask, why would you take a life of a legend alone? Are you so convinced of seeing him in the wrongdoing? Basically, Rob talk, if you know. And Rob says, basically in English, his power may be legendary, but it's nothing compared to his heroism. And then we have Scourge attacking both Silver and Rob, saying, out of nowhere, telling that he is the real legendary power here and now. And basically we have everybody, Scourge attacking everybody. Then Rosie comes out of nowhere attacking Scourge and Metal. Basically we just have the fighting continuing, and then finally Sonic compromising with Metal to take out Scourge. And the plan is basically for all of them to gang up on Scourge. And then Scourge says that he has ways of dealing with everybody. Basically takes off for his throne room. And as he gets there, tells Sonic that he's not going to give up while his throne is still stocked with Anarchy-Brero, basically the Anti-Mobius version of Chaos Emeralds. Sorry about that too, email came up. And then now we have Super Scourge. And that's how we end the issue. So technically, to me, I think this whole issue was sort of it's like an adaptation. Here you have Silver, as we know in the game, wanting to attack Sonic, fight Sonic because he believes Sonic destroyed his future. And in this issue, this two-part story that we're getting into, called Hedgehog's Havoc, we find out that the possibility is the Sonic that really destroyed his future is Scourge. So Scourge basically takes that mantle, if you will. Excuse me. So, in a way, it looks like it's a very, very good issue. Now, I don't know what's going to happen next issue as far as the Suppression Squad goes and how things take place there. But I do know that, the 195 is a very, very good issue. I recommend, if you haven't gotten it yet, to go to your local store that sells comic books and get it. You will enjoy it. It is a very, very, very good issue. I give it about maybe an 8.5 out of 10. It's very good, like I said. And I cannot wait until next month, the first issue of 2009, to see what happens then. Because as we have found out from Ian, this issue, this two-parter, Hedgehog's Havoc, leads in to the new comic book, ties into Sonic X, the final issue of Sonic X, and into the new comic book Sonic Universe. So basically, like I said, it's a very, very good issue. It gives us a lot of hints. Basically, to me, it's like sort of a mixture of adapting the Sonic the Hedgehog Xbox 360 game and in its storyline into this original storyline called Hitchcock's Havoc. I'm pretty sure you've seen the similarities too, and you might agree on that. But anyway, I suggest that you guys read it, enjoy it, and just be ready for next issue. And so until my opinions for December, this is Brian Walmers saying peace out and Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you later.